So the 2020 GT500 is an amazing car. I freaking love it, but it's got a few flaws. So I'm gonna show you in this video what I don't like personally about my 2020 GT500. Number one, so it's a performance vehicle. I know this is gonna happen, and it's also white. So the brake dust. The brake dust just gets absolutely everywhere. I can have this car super clean. I'll drive it 5 miles through town, and it's just covered in brake dust. Like, look, I took this, I think we put 100 miles on it yesterday. Here, I'll show you what it was like, because it was perfectly clean when I started. So I can literally wipe. Look at that. I mean, it's insane. The whole car gets covered in it. There's nothing you can do about it. The wheels were perfectly clean when I left. Look at this. And it's just highway driving. I know that's part of performance brake pads, so there's nothing you can do about it. Other than upgrade to ceramic. I think the brake dust is way less, almost minimal on ceramic brakes, but it's like over 10 grand, I think, for this car to get ceramic brakes from the company that makes them. So it's basically out of the question for me. So I just live with it. I think it's worse because it's a white vehicle as well. All right, so the next thing on this car really bugs me. Being a body man myself, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So look at this. The rocker panel is too short. I mean, this doesn't look like a big deal, but when you're looking at the actual car as a whole, it's very noticeable. It's almost like the rocker has shrunk. Look, so this, I mean, it's almost a 1/4 inch if you look at it in person, and it also hangs forward. So what you would think is that the rocker is just forward, it needs to be adjusted backwards, but that's not possible because this line is barely lining up. So what would need to happen to actually make the rocker fit correctly is you would have to cut it and stretch and move the back part of the rocker backwards about a 1/4 inch. So you would literally have to cut the plastic, move it back, and plastic weld it to get this and this back to its correct location. And it's something I'm actually seriously considering because it's one of my biggest pet peeves on this car. And it just looks like crap. It doesn't present itself the way it should present itself. And there's a few small things. And I'm very picky anyways because I'm a body man. So I notice those things. I know some people don't, but it just bugs me and I want my car to look better than everybody else's. I want my car to be perfect. So that might be something I do in the future. Let me know what you think about that. If I should I be worried about something as small as that? I know it's a Ford, it's not an exotic, it's not this super crazy high-end car, but quality control checks like that, I mean, that's something that can be easily adjusted, you know, in your programming when you're making the part. You know, if you fit and finish it, this could be something that could be fixed, you know, with Ford. If they see that these cars are, maybe the rocker panel shrinking over time, maybe when they pull this out of the mold, it's fine. Maybe 6 months down the line, it starts to slowly shrink. You know, maybe they could adjust something with their mold, you know, make the mold a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch longer so it doesn't do that. The next thing, this one really bugs me because it's gonna start chipping away. The door handle lines, look at this brake dust. It's insane. It's all brake dust. So this is terrible and I can't get it to adjust. So what you can do is you can open the door, pull this out like most door handles, and there's a torque screw in there, and you can loosen that. What this is a lock cover. You can kind of adjust it some, but this one won't adjust. And so my door handle doesn't actually close all the way. It rests on the lock cover. And it's very annoying because it looks like crap. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's gonna start chipping away at my paint. So I've been looking for a remedy to that as well. That's the same door handle, it looks like to me, as a lot of other vehicles, or the same style door handle as other Fords. Like Ford Fusion looks just like that. So I'm in the process of trying to fix that. It needs to look a little bit better. The next thing I hate about my 2020 GT500, my wheels. I hate my wheels. I hate factory wheels on most vehicles. I'm super picky when it comes to that. I don't know if it's, most factory wheels have a very flat face and I just don't like that. So I ordered some wheels last week. They will be here Tuesday. So we'll make a video on that as well. We're gonna ceramic coat them. And they're gloss black, 5 spokes. They're from Project 6GR and they're freaking awesome. I think it's gonna change the look of the car. Be watching out for that video coming here shortly, probably next week, I think. I think they come in Tuesday. I'll ceramic coat them Tuesday night. I will get them mounted on Wednesday and then hopefully mounted on the car Wednesday or Thursday. So I got a lot of stuff going on this week. We're also, you know, dealing with trying to get this other vehicle to add. So we're really busy, but hey, that means more content for you guys. So that's what we're doing. And the last thing that I don't like on my car. So I know I'm picking this car apart. This is all very small details, you know, type things. But you know, it's my car. I'm gonna pick it apart. I want it to be how I want it to be. So I'm gonna fix the stuff I don't like on it. All of this stuff that I don't like on my car is 100% fixable. Even the rockers, you know, if I have to spend the time to cut that to stretch it back, you know, I will. It's not that big of a deal. I do body work all the time. I think it could maybe be a kind of a cool video to show people. I'm sure I'm not the only person having this issue. If I am, then I'll just make a warranty claim or something from Ford. But the last thing I don't like, it's not really that big of a deal to me because you can just kind of stuff paper towels in there or something, is the way the rocks get thrown back, man. It looks really cool when you have that fin, you know, coming out there. So all the rocks, this is just from driving in through my parking lot, throws them up like crazy. But you have PPF, paint protection film down there. You don't even got to worry about it. It's not that big of a deal to me though. You know, it's worth the risk of getting a few rock chips. I have paint protection film that I'm going to be putting on down there anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm not that worried about it. If I go down a gravel road, a gravel driveway, a gravel parking lot, I keep some paper towels in my car. And what I do, here, I'll take this one. What I do is I just wad it up and I just stuff my paper towel right in there while I'm driving through that parking lot, and it just completely stops it. So that's a little tip for you if you want to do that. Not that big of a deal. Hey, there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys about this car, and this is actually kind of a big deal to me. It's mechanical. I don't know what caused it. I can't find an issue. I've had 2 other techs here at our shop look at it as well. We can't figure it out. But I was cleaning one day and I reached my hand in here to scrub inside the rear wheel, and it's full of grease. I mean, it's literally, there's grease flung everywhere. And I took the wheel off, cleaned it up a little bit. I didn't clean it up all the way, but I took the wheel off, I cleaned it up, and it still did it. And there's no sign of anywhere. It's got to be coming from the CV axle joint or something. Maybe it's overpacked and it's like leaking out, but we can't figure it out anywhere. And I've contacted my Ford dealership that I bought the car from, and he basically told me just to talk to a different Ford dealership closer to me. And it was just really weird. He wouldn't ask me about warranty. He said maybe I hit something with it. I'm just like, it had like 400 miles on it when I found this issue. So it really made me mad. A car of this caliber I buy from them, something's wrong with it, and they don't really try to do anything to help me out at all, you know? So I'm basically stuck to myself to fix it. It's easy, I can do it, but it's just the principle that they wouldn't help me, basically. So I'm stuck with it myself. I still don't know what it is. I'm gonna get the wheel off of it in a couple of days when I put my new wheels on, and we'll figure it out then. But I just wanted to state that. I mean, that's an issue. You know, I shouldn't have oil, or I shouldn't have grease leaking out of anything on a brand new car. It's something simple, I'm sure, you know, but the boot looks fine. It's not coming out of the axle boot. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. It's not that big of a deal. So there you have it. That's the few things I don't like about my 2020 GT500. It's an absolutely amazing car. I think it's one of the best Mustangs Ford has ever produced. And it's basically my dream car. And I'm super lucky to be able to own something like this at the age of 26. I work my ass off for it. I work every day of the week. You know, this car is amazing. I'm in love with it. So I figured I'd show you guys a few flaws with it. It's not perfect, but we will make it perfect. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We got a lot of really cool content coming up. I have access to a lot of old Shelbys. So here, I'll show you. Let me show you real quick. I have access to these older Shelbys. So I'm gonna do some comparison videos coming up. So I'll do 2020 GT500 versus 1967 GT500, 1968 GT500 KR, 69 and 70 GT500. So those are gonna be really fun videos. I'll have maybe my wife driving mine, me driving the others. We'll get some cool rollers, maybe do a couple pulls from a dig or something like that. So that'll be super fun. Look at this car. This is a car I just painted. This is a 1967 GT500 white. It's literally like the exact car of mine, but the 67 version. It's so cool. It's gonna be white interior as well. So that's super cool. We got another white 70 Shelby right there, but lots of cool cars. So lots of cool content coming your way. That's my car. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you all later.